silence of the night, the school bell rang, echoing through the deserted corridors. An eerie stillness hung in the air, a prelude to the spine-chilling tales we're about to unfold. Tales of terror, true stories that occurred within the seemingly safe walls of high schools. Whispers of a phantom student, rumors of a haunted locker, and the unnerving legend of a cursed classroom. These are not tales for the faint-hearted. So steady your nerves and steel your resolve. Prepare yourselves for the chilling tales that lie ahead. It was a quiet day at school until the lights flickered, casting an ominous shadow, and a ghostly figure materialized. Our eerie saga unfolds in the tranquil town of Hollow Creek, where the local high school, a daunting testament to education, harbors secrets that textbooks dare not reveal. Among its vast student populace, one young mind, Sam, discovered that knowledge isn't always bound by pages. After school hours, in the stillness of the late evening, Sam chose to stay back to complete his science project. As the twilight shrouded the school in an uncanny silence, Sam had a spine-chilling encounter with a spectral entity, the phantom student. Inside the dimly lit science lab, bathed in the soft glow of a single table lamp, Sam observed an apparition, an ethereal silhouette clothed in the school's uniform, flicker in and out of existence. The phantom's face was a blur, a distorted haze that defied recognition. Startled, Sam blinked incessantly, attributing this eerie vision to his exhaustion. However, when he looked again, the phantom was still there, observing him from the corners of the dark room. Sam returned to school the next day, dismissing the encounter as a figment of his overworked imagination. Yet, as the days bled into weeks, this ghostly figure became a haunting constant. It materialized in desolate hallways, reflected in the bathroom mirrors, and even lurked in Sam's peripheral vision during the bustling school hours. The phantom remained silent, motionless, simply observing with its blurred face perpetually watchful. With each unnerving encounter, the tendrils of fear began to coil tighter around Sam. Each flicker of light, every creak of the old school building sent shivers down his spine. He tried to confide in his friends, his teachers, but they dismissed the phantom as a product of overactive imagination. Despite the mockery, Sam was resolute in his belief. He knew what he saw wasn't an illusion. Sam's encounters with the phantom climaxed into a horrifying confrontation one late afternoon in the school library. As he sat alone, the air grew cold and thick with an invisible tension. Sam felt an icy chill creep up his spine. He turned around and came face to face with the phantom student, closer than ever before. Its blurred face was almost in focus, revealing a pair of hollow eyes staring back at him. With a scream echoing through the empty library, Sam fled, vowing never to stay back after school again. Despite Sam's departure, the phantom student lingered. It has since been spotted by the graveyard shift janitors, late-staying teachers, and even a handful of brave students who dare to walk the school's corridors after sundown. To this day, the phantom student continues to haunt Hollow Creek High, a chilling echo from the past. Thus, the legend of Hollow Creek High's phantom student lives on. As it forever roams the corridors, it serves as a spectral reminder that school stories aren't always tales of achievement and knowledge. This tale is one of fear, of the unknown, a story that reverberates through the hallowed halls of Hollow Creek High. The locker, seemingly nondescript amid the busy high school setting, was about to reveal its secret. Locker number 207, once the domain of an ordinary hard-working scholar named Emily, was anything but ordinary. Emily, a regular high schooler with dreams of academic success and life beyond school walls, was about to have her world turned upside down. It all began with a subtle, almost inaudible whisper, a rustle that Emily initially brushed off as a trick of the mind. As time passed, the whispers grew louder, evolving into an unsettling hum, a symphony of ethereal voices that made Emily's heart palpitate every time she neared her locker. The metallic echo that once signaled the start and end of her school day was now a source of discomfort, causing her to dread even the thought of opening her locker. Then, one typical school day, Emily noticed something odd. The back panel of her locker seemed slightly disconnected. Driven by a sense of curiosity, Emily pressed against it, revealing a hidden compartment. Her heart pounding, Emily reached in, her fingers connecting with a cold, metallic object. As she pulled it out, her breath hitched. In her hands she held a weathered locket. The locket concealed a faded photograph of a girl, her face hauntingly similar to Emily's own. Emily felt a chill run down her spine as she held the object that seemed to pulsate with an energy that echoed of a story yet to be told. Compelled by this inexplicable phenomenon, Emily dived into the school's archives, unearthing the forgotten story of a girl, strikingly similar to herself, who mysteriously disappeared 50 years ago. That girl had owned the very locker Emily was now using, locker number 207. The eerie parallels didn't stop there. The vanished girl had been a victim of relentless bullying, her locker providing the only escape in her life. The locket was her prized keepsake from her grandmother. The girl's final moments were believed to have been spent in the comfort of her locker. Emily was overcome with a profound sense of sorrow. She placed the locket back into the hidden compartment, a solemn homage to the memory of the girl who'd so greatly. As she did, the haunting sounds ceased, and her once noisy locker fell silent. The girl's spirit seemed to have finally found the peace it so longed for. Now, locker 207 stands as a stark reminder of its chilling past, the secret it guarded, and the story of a young girl that was finally brought to light. The classroom was a place of learning, but it was also a place of unspeakable horror. Our final tale takes us to the heart of a seemingly ordinary high school, to a classroom where knowledge was imparted, friendships were formed, and chillingly, a curse was believed to dwell. Room 206, as it was known, was an ordinary classroom by day, bustling with the symphony of learning, the murmuring of lectures, the rustling of exam papers, and the lively banter of student chatter. But as dusk approached, Room 206 began its eerie transformation from a place of academia to a spectre-filled hollow. The signs were subtle. Books would unaccountably tumble from their shelves, desks would migrate to different positions, and spectral sounds of chalk scraping against the blackboard hung in the air long after the final bell had rung. Then, the strange phenomena began to intensify. Students who dared to stay late reported feeling an unsettling chill that was not of this world, a pervasive sense of dread that defied explanation and clung to them long after they had vacated the premises. Rumors of a curse began to circulate, fed by whispers of a teacher who had inexplicably vanished years ago, a student who swore he saw shadowy figures cavorting on the blackboard, and a janitor who categorically refused to step foot in the room after nightfall. This disturbing lore thickened the air around room 206, amplifying its supernatural reputation. The tension culminated one night when a group of brave yet foolhardy students decided to debunk the rumors by spending a night in the alleged cursed classroom. As the clock ticked ominously towards midnight, a bitter, unearthly wind swept through the room, despite the windows being firmly shut. The lights flickered pitifully before surrendering to a menacing darkness. The so-called brave hearts of the students faltered as the room seemed to come alive, animated by an unseen force. Desks shuffled and scraped across the floor on their own accord. Spectral whispers filled the air, creating a symphony of fear. The final straw came when the chalk on the teacher's desk began to write a message on the blackboard all by itself. The blood-curdling command was clear and terrifying. Leave now. The terrified students bolted, their skepticism about the curse shattered by the traumatizing events. The incident sent shockwaves throughout the school. Room 206 was forever sealed off, a chilling testament to the curse that once resided within. Yet, the truth about the curse remains an enigma. Was it the ghost of the missing teacher, a malevolent entity, or merely the manifestation of overactive imaginations? We may never know. The classroom still stands, an ominous symbol of the curse that once resided within. Each of these stories serves as a chilling reminder of the horrors that can lurk in the most ordinary of places. We've journeyed through the spectral presence of the phantom student, felt the icy grip of fear in the haunted locker, and shivered at the malevolent curse within the classroom. Each tale, more disturbing than the last, peeling back the layers of our comfort and plunging us into the depths of fear, suspense, and unease. These aren't just figments of a twisted imagination, they're fragments of reality, woven into the fabric of everyday life. They aren't tales from a far-off land or a different time, but from the very halls we've roamed, the lockers we've used, the classrooms we've sat in. It's a stark reminder of the truth. that the world is full of mysteries, some darker than others, lurking in the corners of what we consider familiar and safe. Until next time, remember, not everything is as it seems in the hallowed halls of high school.